What were some of the things that you were imitating that you didn't want to you were done imitating? You were just over it.
The same life that a lot of brothers are continuing to imitate right now, which is the no, which is the low down, no good hood.
Can you explain?
The criminal, the one who is enthusiastic about being incarcerated, right? The ones who want to promote jail life and being in prison. I mean, I love my freedom, right? There is nothing more desirable for anyone on this planet than freedom. I mean, think about the countries that are constantly at war. They would love to be free from that ceasefire, right? We hear about all of the different atrocities that take place within inside of the prison systems, right? Looking to get prison systems closed and shut down to actually bring about some real reform. No one wants to be a prisoner. However, somewhere, somehow, down the line, somebody started promoting that this was the thing to do. Let's be this so we can go to prison and then talk about how cool it is. No, not at all, by any means. I'm a prisoner to nothing, to no one. Freedom, right? However, it's just what has been fed to certain groups, to certain societies, is that your freedom is going to come at the highest cost, and the highest cost is going to be imprisonment, right? Because they're taking on and adapting a certain mind frame of criminality rather than constructiveness, right? Rather than building, they're tearing down, right? However, they've been brought up, bred, fed, and shown that mind frame, right? Especially for the African American community, right? The slavery barely ended not too long ago. Real talk. When you
Yeah,
think about how long the nation has been up and running, and
yeah.
how long ago slavery ended,
Actually ended.
actually
Yeah,
ended, and in certain parts of the world, real talk, and in certain parts of the country, I mean, those practices are still taking place, right? It's the mind frame,
yep.
right? So from the pimping to the drug dealing to the human trafficking to the robberies and all of these different things, right? These are thought processes that have been passed down, right, generation after generation. But there are those who desire to break that curse, that lineage of thought, which is why we have the men and women that we hail as the great ones of our time.
And I guess those things have been promoted as cool is because they get that money.
And the thing about it is this: it's only a piece of paper, real talk, and it's not even about having it, but what are you doing with it? Right, that's the biggest thing about it. Like, what are you doing with that? What am I gonna do with that? Right, and the statement has been made that what uh, the love of money is the root of all evil. Right, not at all. I love money. I love what it allows me to do, how it allows me to help. Right. However, it could be the root of all evil had I had a evil mind frame and a means of going about attaining it. Then yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
right? I love it so much that I'm willing to commit these atrocities, and that'd be the root of all evil. For me as the individual wanting to commit these atrocities for it.
Willing
How
to oppress people with it.
Absolutely, but going about it in the means that we are, right? Adding value to others, sowing positive seeds, giving in charity, right? Having those things that are for profit and those things that are non-profit, actually building the community, understanding that you reap what you sow, loving money, and then taking those actions brings about the wealth, right? So it was those things that I found myself imitating, and it was just like, you know what? I don't want to. Like,
Mm.
real talk.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
100%. And there's nothing y'all can tell me, or there's nothing y'all can say to me that's gonna make me want to. I don't want to. Like, I would love, and which is why I do, to just hop in the whip and slide down to the beach and just chill on the pier and read, smoke some bud, get hungry, eat some pizza, feed a homeless dude,
Yeah.
slide off, and not be concerned with anything
Yep.
else.
Yep.
Not he looking at me
Freedom.
this way, the cop looking at me this way, freedom, bro. Period, point blank. I actually made a song about it that's coming from it. And what do I want, man? The same thing as everybody else, yo. Freedom. Real talk. Everybody would love the freedom to do what they want, when they want, with whomever they want, as frequently as they want, without being concerned with the cost because they have sufficient. Which is why UV Light Foundation is out here, right? And I'm representing it to the best of my ability to be able to build a circular economy starting in the Inland Empire, right? As an emperor myself, to where we can have that so the criminal activities can die down dramatically, right?
Give
Like,
other options.
man, give super options.